This last week, I'm going to try to say this without crying. I walked my oldest daughter down the aisle. And I'm telling you, it was just a flash of emotions. I remember holding her, watching her walk. You know, when you have little blonde-haired kids, they're all born bald. You know? I remember my wife when she's 3 years old, trying to get a little hair. You know, there's more bow than hair. You're like, okay, I know, it's going to be there. But I remember when her hair came in. This week, my wife and I were trying to find pants for our son because we lost the pants. And it's COVID, you can't buy pants. So I dropped my wife off at Kohl's, and I was going to pick her up, and this dad comes out with a 2 or 3 year old blonde-haired girl. It's just hair in front of her face. And she went like this. She pulled her hair from her face, and she looked right at me, and she went. And I just started crying. But here's the thing. You know, at the wedding, here's what people said. You've raised such an amazing daughter. Here's why. Because when it was hard, I didn't run. I didn't run. Raising kids is not easy. Making kids is fun. Raising kids, yeah, we got one amen from a guy. Raising kids is not fun. It's not fun. But it is worth it. It is worth it. But in order for it to be worth it, you have to lean into the hard conversations, the long nights, and the difficult, heart-wrenching moments. Because my daughter married an amazing man, but there were other not so amazing men. And I had to step in and say, look, I know what your heart wants, but this is not what God's heart wants. And those were tough. Listen to me, parents, if you want to be your kids' friends, you just wrecked your kids. They got plenty of friends, and they're all morons. They don't need another moron. They need a mom and a dad. They need a mom and a dad that will do the hard things and do the hard choices so that you can watch them walk down an aisle and watch them walk right into the will of God. It is not easy. Jesus said, narrow is the road that leads to life, and there are few that find it. But it is worth it. What would happen if you as a couple, you said, you know what, we're going to have a crappy week, and we're going to talk about all this stuff that we don't talk about, and we pretend that's not real, so we can have an awesome marriage. You see, that's why many of you have a mediocre, mundane marriage, because you won't sacrifice a week so you can live out the life God's calling you to live. Maybe you can't solve it in a night. Maybe you can't fix it in a week. But Jesus said the truth will what? It'll set you free. What he didn't tell you is it's going to mess you up first. Then it sets you free.